Hey, this is Sarah from gamervision.com, and today we're looking at the opening cinematic for the Beatles rock band to see how many song references we can find. Right away, the sound of birds can be heard. This could be a reference to Blackbird and Your Bird Could Sing, or Free as a Bird, or even Across the Universe, since one version had bird noises at the beginning of the song. In the flyers on the wall, you can see Come Together and For the Benefit of Mr. Kite, which is misspelled, on the left. A Hard Day's Night and Dizzy Miss Lizzie in the middle. You can make out St. Peter's Parish Church, that's where Paul and John first met. And a reference to the Blue Meanie from the movie Yellow Submarine on the right. Also on the right, the Semolina Pilchards is a reference to I Am the Walrus, which we already know is in the game. On the bottom poster, we have Rocky Raccoon, also misspelled, Maggie May, Revolution, Rock and Roll Music, and The Word. Below that, Carry That Weight, and Mr. Moonlight. We're outside the famous Cavern Club, which is a venue in the game. There's a bulldog in a top hat, and that's probably referring to Hey Bulldog. On stage, the Beatles are finishing playing Twist and Shout. And now A Hard Day's Night is playing. This part is actually just like the beginning of the movie of the same name. On the left, that Wanted poster could be a reference to the song I Want You, She's So Heavy, which is on Abbey Road, the first DLC for the game. The store is called Maxwell Silver Sundries, as in Maxwell Silver Hammer, also on Abbey Road. That man popping out of the sewer is a reference to the movie Help. There we see the Grapes, which is a famous Beatles hangout. Above the door, there's Mean Mr. Mustard. 1 and 1 is 2. This is actually an unreleased demo song. And on the list of food, we can see honey pie, Savoy truffle, hippie hippie shake, and fish and ginger pies, which is referring to a lyric from the song Penny Lane. Also, check out that bell, because I think it's a reference to Michelle. If you look closely, I think you can faintly see the word Michelle engraved on it. Now they're replicating the recognizable cover of Abbey Road. You can see in the background there's a horse, and I thought at first it might be a reference to Dig a Pony, but you can see that there's an H on the horse, which means it's probably Henry the horse, from Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. It's also wearing a top hat, which seems to be a theme in this opening. The car they climbed through said Big Car on the front. Could that be a reference to Drive My Car? That might be a stretch, but you never know. In the background here, you can see a female cop writing a ticket. That's clearly supposed to be Lovely Rita, meter maid. In the car, Ringo is holding a box that says Strawberry Field Farm on it, obviously a reference to Strawberry Field Forever. Paperback Writer begins to play. Here's the Ed Sullivan Theater set, which is in the game, and was the Beatles' introduction to America. And now we're at Budokan, another location from the game. At the Beatles play, you can get a good look at the instruments that have been replicated for the Beatles rock band. Maybe a little redundant, but that typewriter and papers in the corner seem to suggest paperback writer as well. And now we're in Shea Stadium, another famous venue that's in the game. The sign on the right says P.S. I Love You, another song title. The girl crying in the audience could be a reference to Cry Baby Cry or Cry for a Shadow, or she could just be completely overwhelmed by the Beatles. I don't blame her. Here Comes the Sun begins playing. We already know this is in the game, and the Beatles change into their uniforms from the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover. And now it gets really trippy. This represents the Beatles' psychedelic period. Are they following the sun, as in the song I'll Follow the Sun? That could also be the Sun King. Then there's the obvious Here Comes the Sun, of course. It's alright. The sign says Tuesday, which could refer to a lyric from She Came In Through the Bathroom Window from Abbey Road, or I Am the Walrus, which ships with the game. As I Am the Walrus starts playing, the sign flips from goodbye to hello, referring to the song Hello Goodbye. There's a guitar sitting next to George Harrison, who wrote While My Guitar Gently Weeps. He's also playing a guitar. The band is sitting in the English garden described in the song that's currently playing. I don't know what that thing is, but it's awesome. Penguins and top hats, adorable. And now we have a whole bunch of animals marching together. Some of them are playing instruments. That looks like some sort of magical mystery tour to me. The Beatles are dressed up like animals. And that looks like a blue meanie. He's lost some weight since Yellow Submarine though. And that was one of the best game openings I've ever seen. There are probably even more things that I missed, but we're looking at a few dozen possible song references, which is a good start. Thanks for watching, and check out more frame by frames on gamervision.com.